Penalties, cards and goals all went down in the capital today, but in the end it was Hibernian going down by 2-0 against Rangers. Rangers have booked their spot at Hampden, and Hibs this season is pretty much over. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. A lot of controversial decisions in this game. We can agree and disagree on penalties. We can agree and disagree on cards. But I think the one thing that we can all agree on is that Michael Stewart is probably the biggest wanker inside Scottish football.
Yeah, I think that is the only thing that's going to unite everybody. The guy, he needs to just accept, right? You weren't good enough to play for Rangers 20 years ago. Swallow it and move on. Because you can see it. People slabber about Sutton, right? But Sutton is a wind-up merchant. I think there's a difference. This guy is a fucking tool.
Like, there's sometimes, not all the times, but there's the odd time where I will agree with something he says, but just because I think he's right on a decision doesn't mean he needs to talk about it for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's actually embarrassing.
Like, he didn't call out anything to do with what Hibs did. There was a few bits of diving for Hibs, right? And he doesn't even talk about it. But then
the bias is real.
No,
it's not like Sutton and Boyd who have a bit of banter with their bias, I feel, but with Michael Stewart, like, it's, I mean, the guy just, I think he hates everybody, but he certainly hates Rangers the most.
No, probably Levine.
Oh no, yeah, he hates Levine.
Levine managing Rangers.
Craig Levine is his top hatred, and then Rangers are just like a step below, but Jesus Christ. What is it? I'm surprised nobody's pulled this guy in and went, hold on here. Why are you still bitching and crying about an incident that happened 10 minutes ago?
No, right, let's talk about the incident, right? The Sterling penalty, right? I think we're on.
Well, I think he moaned about the one before that.
Oh no, he did.
And I didn't see much in it. Now,
Yeah,
he can argue whether he's saying he doesn't know if it's in the box or outside the box, but for me, wasn't much in it. He complained for like 5 minutes. The Sterling one, well, I sympathise with the Hibs defender. When you're tracking back and you're running behind it, I mean, it only takes like the slightest clip, and obviously the guy in front is going to lose his balance and go over. So, well, I don't think it's necessarily it's not even really a tackle, but when you're running behind someone, you run the risk of clipping them. That looks like what happened. But Michael Stewart cried about it for like 10, 5, fucking 15 minutes. And then in the second half, there's more decisions and he's crying about them as well. But I felt like he was crying more about the decisions that didn't need to be cried over.
I know, I'd agree with that.
I think the two sending offs, I think they're more debatable. And if he wanted to spend 10 minutes crying his eyes out over them, then fair enough. But I don't think the penalty, it is what it is.
No, but he started saying with the second sending off, it's reckless. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm not sure if it's worthy of a red. 10 seconds later, Stonewall shouldn't have been a red. Make your mind up, Michael. Alright? It's embarrassing, it's pathetic.
And also Hibs, a lot of people saying Hibs, pretty much all the pundits, commentators, I've seen on social media, a lot of people bashing Hibs. Am I the only one that thought Hibs played alright today and Rangers just were the better side?
Yeah, I think Hibs played alright today.
I mean, up until the sending off, I thought Hibs were in the game. And if anything, I thought they looked like they could equalise. I don't see where... I'm not really seeing this where Hibs were bad today. But it is what it is.
I think when they're down to 9 men and losing 2-0, I think it's... I wouldn't say it's decent going out the cup, but it could have been much worse, man.
They kept the scoreline respectable, so here, give them that. So Dujon goes down. It's a penalty chance here.
Would you not agree though? It's soft. I'm not denying. I said it's soft, right? But it's avoidable from a Hibs point of view. He doesn't need to do it.
Nah, you just move it the way.
Every single incident that hampered Hibs in this game was avoidable.
I would agree with that. Anyway,
once the ref gives this, they're never going to overturn it because there's contact.
Oh, the penalty, yes. I'm not too sure about the cards, but still, I don't feel the need to. I wouldn't feel the need to cry about it for 10 minutes like Michael Stewart did. Didn't see it.
Like you've got Martin Boyle down on the. Hopefully he's all right. Like he's down on the ground. We don't know what's going on, and this guy's still fucking greeting about it. It's embarrassing. It is. Tav misses the penalty. Lundstrom bundles in the rebound. Rangers.
Got to give Lundstrom credit here. He timed his run to perfection just as soon as Tav was striking the ball. Everyone else is standing on the line, but Lundstrom's already mid-run, because he was running from further back. So
running down a dream.
Respect for Lundstrom here. Gets to it first. He got the goal. Got Rangers in front. I thought Hibs started alright, but when the goal went in, I think Rangers turned the tide. Rangers got on top. There was an early mistake for Jack Butland that maybe could have resulted in a Hibs goal, but he managed to avoid it and give away a corner instead. And I think Jack Butland's been a little bit sloppy recently, domestically. I think the last couple of games we've seen a few mistakes creep in.
Yeah, against Motherwell, I think the second goal he was a wee bit at fault for.
All this England talk, maybe it's getting to him. Because you could argue up until maybe the last couple of weeks, Butland's been faultless. But now he's beginning to make a few mistakes. But then again, every goalkeeper's good. The best goalkeeper in the world will make a few mistakes every season.
He didn't cost Rangers a goal, did he?
He didn't. Second half, right, so Boyle goes down. Hopefully Boyle's alright. Got stretchered off. Didn't look good. I'm not sure what it was. They refused to show replays, so I'm assuming it's serious.
It looks like him and Suter ran into each other. They're both looking at the ball, and Boyle's fell, and Suter's landed on top of him. He set his head off the floor.
Well, we don't know if Boyle's going to be okay, but let's hope Michael Stewart's okay, because he really did take this bad today.
He did.
Somebody check on Michael Stewart. Make sure he's alright. Second half, I thought Hibs started alright. Rangers started alright. I thought it was an even game. The next goal was going to be crucial, obviously, because if Hibs get it, it's 1-1. If Rangers get it, then it's 2-0, probably game over. And I think that it was game on at this point. I thought either team could score. I thought it was going to be a good ending to the game. Hibs, though, No, I wouldn't say Hibs lost the plot at this point. I think the referee started dishing out yellow cards for fun.
Yep.
He gives Obita a yellow card. I don't think there's much in it. Roof comes on, gets a yellow card, and he's only on the pitch for 30 seconds. Alright, he was a little bit late with the tackle, but I mean, it wasn't a yellow card tackle. But even in the first half...
But see if he's given yellows for that, you can see why he's given reds for everything else.
Even in the first half, I can't remember who it was, but he gave a Hibernian player a yellow card 4 minutes in for the first tackle on Silva. So the guy was dishing out yellow cards. Obita then, who's on a yellow card, there's a substitute, and he comes over and he starts pushing the Rangers physio and the Rangers player off the pitch with a bit of force. And I thought that might have got him sent off because he was being physical. But he managed to avoid getting sent off there, literally just to be sent off literally a minute later.
No one's going to look at that though. I know they did in Fireplay, right? But people are just going to look at the incident. But I think the incident, what he did on Matondo, is enough for a second. It is needless, man. He doesn't need to do it. Yeah, you can think it's soft or whatever, but he doesn't need to do it. You just push the physio on the player, right? And now you're slapping the guy in the head, blocking him from making a run.
He lost his rag.
Yep. No, he did. And you can say, corruption, whatever. No, this is so avoidable. It's so avoidable, man.
Now, I don't think it was a sending off, but, I mean, if you, like you said, you give the referee a decision to make, and the referee made it, so it's
and I think that's exactly what happens with the next red card. He does not need to do this, right? You can think this is a yellow, you can think it's amber, you can think it's a red. He doesn't need to. He jumped in here to put one in on Lundstrom. That's it. No one near the ball. Ball's away. You can think it's a yellow, you think it's a red, but once he does this and leaves the ground, it's in the referee's decision.
So you think it's a red? Because I think it's a yellow. Neil Lennon, Alan Hutton,
I think I might have
and Marvin Bartley took it the worst, actually. He says that this is never a red card and that this will get overturned.
I can see why it's
in an appeal.
And I think...
People said it's 2-footed. It wasn't 2-footed. I don't know what they're saying. Maybe it depends on the angle you're watching at. But it's not 2-footed.
He's got 2 feet above the ground there in that photograph. Look at this photograph.
Nah, he's got in with 1 foot, mate, alright?
I know, but both feet are off the ground. Only 1 foot's going for Lundstrom, I'll accept that. Here. But he doesn't need to do it. He's trying to put one in on Lundstrom.
No, I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's a here, I'm going to fucking... I'm going to wallop you here.
Let's just spin this, right? What's worse? This one, the Dan Casey one, the Dujon Sterling one, it's all the same shit. I was going to say it's all the same shit. I think this one's obviously worse than the Dan Casey one.
He wins the ball.
Here?
Does he not?
No, I'm pretty sure Lundstrom flicked that away.
I thought he got something on it.
No, I think Lundstrom flicked that away.
Well, either way, the Dan Casey one's the least worse because he wins the ball by a country mile.
Yeah, but we've seen it now that you don't even need... Even if you win the ball, they'll send you off. So
now, I'm not even sure if they checked this on VAR. I think they did.
Well, he didn't go over to the monitor.
Well, no, but VAR checked it.
Was Brother John on the monitor?
He didn't check the monitor, but VAR definitely checked it. Marvin Bartley says this is never a red card, and this will definitely be overturned. So, I mean, we'll see. A lot of people thought the Sterling one would get overturned, and it didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't get overturned. Everyone thought the Yang one was going to get overturned. Well, not everyone, but Celtic fans thought the Yang one was going to get overturned. That didn't.
I knew it wasn't going to get overturned, to be fair.
I think we just need to accept that football's changed, and you can't tackle like you could 15 years ago or 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And you need to accept that maybe tackles that weren't red cards when we were growing up are red cards now.
That's it.
Whether we like it or not. I don't think this is a red, but I mean,
Michael Stewart needs to fucking accept
am I surprised it was given as a red? Probably not, no. Due to the velocity that he slides in with, and you can argue it's a little bit reckless, because he's not in control.
Yeah.
He does clatter into Lundstrom as well.
So he puts the decision in the referee's hands.
Either way.
I think if he gives a yellow or red here, it's just one of those ones where it's like...
I don't want to blame... Who was it got sent off again?
The beater?
No, the second send off.
The second send off. That guy, the straight red guy. I'll tell you who it was. It was Mariah Welsh.
Right, I don't want to blame Mariah Welsh here because I think Obita overall probably lost the head more, and this guy slid in with one tackle. But you can make a case with 10 men, Hibs have got some sort of chance. He has effectively killed the game for Hibs, even though Obita, I think, was the bigger dick, and probably deserved to get sent off more due to his actions, whereas this guy's committed like one foul. You can argue with 10 men, Hibs have still got a small chance, whereas with 9 men, it's game over.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, this tackle on Lundstrom, hopefully it was worth it for the guy, because, I mean, he's effectively ended the Scottish Cup.
Lundstrom set up Fabio Silva, who made it 2-0. And what I would say is I think Rangers were pretty poor with a 2-man advantage. Didn't do much with it. Again, not that they need it to. It doesn't really matter if you win 2-0 or 7-0 at the end of the day, they're through, but... I thought Rangers were lucky in the sense of it looked like Hibs were getting into it. Goldson absolutely all over the place. Need to call that out. I think Goldson in the last couple of weeks his head is up his arse. Cost a goal against Benfica, shocking against Motherwell, and today again I thought he was really poor.
And whose head's Michael Stewart's ass up?
I don't know. Ass up. Michael Stewart, man. The guys. See the memes floating about of Michael Stewart?
I've always thought he was a dick. Like.
He uses a mouth guard to play with Lego, all that pish. I don't know. He is a bit of a dick. He's like an insincere dick, isn't he? The only thing... I agreed with him yesterday when he called out Neil Warnock and said it's a disgrace how he's handled himself when he says he's treated it like a fucking joke. Well, he didn't say fucking, but I said that. Like, yo, even a broken clock is right twice a day. It's a shame that hand just lands on Neil Warnock.
Yeah, well, I think Michael Stewart is the joke, guys. Rangers win 2-0. They go into the semi-final draw. We'll find out who they get. Will it be an Old Firm semi-final, or I don't know, will we see an Old Firm final? Depends on the draw, but Rangers now still on for the quad, looking likely for the quad, well, maybe not likely for the quad, but looking good for the treble. Certainly looking good for the treble. Anyway, that's it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.